Rav, in number 9 is written, this descent can be a cessation of a minute, an hour, a day, or a month. How much free choice we have as individual or as 10 in this to overcome this, I mean.
As an individual, I can maybe disconnect from some discernment and to come to some other discernment for a moment. And then I am, after all, under the influence of the environment. And here the question is what influence I'm under. If I'm connected to the 10, then certainly I can constantly be in spiritual discernments and thus advance. If I go out of the influence of the environment from the connection with my 10, then I can enter under the influence of the broad, big world, and then it influences us and confuses me, and it doesn't give me the ability to overcome it. So the question is, how much do I give myself the importance of the 10 upon the importance of the world? And in the 10 come to connection somewhat with them, understanding that only that connection with them can be a way for me to win over the influence of the world and advance to a state in which my connection with the group will be so strong that I will feel in its center, a connection with the Creator. The struggle is always who is more influencing towards me, whether it's my 10 or the whole world. And that is how we need to constantly work and deal with the attack which is upon this. Because I cannot be alone. Alone, I don't decide any direction or any correction or any development. But rather, I have to understand that my development is defined according to the measure of my connection to the environment. Just like Baal HaSulam writes also in the matter of the environment a lot in the article of the Arvut and other places, because it's the system of Adam HaRishon that is shattered. So if I bind myself to the system of Adam HaRishon, even though it's broken, but we all want to collect these shattered pieces and connect them, then one will help his friend, and we will show one another such examples, these tendencies, and not let one another disconnect from the 10 for even a moment. For not a moment. We want to always be connected to one another. Because only through the connection between us, we emerge from the control of the will to receive. Only through connection, not my inner effort itself, but rather my effort to connect with the 10. That's the big problem that we, in our lifetime, in our egos, are not capable of digesting. That only in raising the influence of our small environment, that then upon the influence of the whole world, where I don't see the whole world, I don't feel it. It doesn't exist. For me, only the 10 exists. And I want to constantly be in it and for it to influence me and me influencing it. Hence, don't disconnect from it, awaken it, strengthen it as much as possible, subjugate myself towards the friends, like Rabash writes in the social articles, and constantly be in that form. Only in such a way we can find the attack. The attack is to the extent of the 10 being in control over me and in contradiction to all the other reality. That is the true attack. If we can come to a state in which I am under the influence of the environment, this small environment, the influence of the 10, and I need to constantly work on this, of course. If each time I have a new will to receive from the world that comes to me and wants to confuse me, and also in the 10, our desires are constantly stabilizing in a new way, and I need to incorporate in them and to immerse myself in them, so that there's this constant work of incorporating in the environment, to be the smallest there, and also to be great, and intermingled with them. And in all of this, I need to see, when I come to a state, that my mixture with this small environment, this 10, will be such that it will be to such an extent strong that I won't feel any difference. And that's called to be as one man in one heart, and then in it we reveal the Creator.